back to the 30 days of food photo breakdowns. My name is Prathamesh and I'm your food photography coach. In this series, what we do exactly is to help you break down the food photography principles, be it about your lighting, your visual aesthetics, the angles and everything, so that you as a freelancer or a food brand owner can go ahead and sell more of your products or your services and grow your business, right? So perfect. Let's dive right inside this picture. And I took this picture from Pinterest. I was just scrolling Pinterest. This talk caught my eye and I wanted to break it down for you guys, right? So before we move further, if you are liking this whole series, if you have not checked out the series, what you are doing, what are you doing? I've been doing this for the last 22 days. I'm a food photography coach. This is what I do every single day. Go ahead and subscribe the YouTube channel. Apart from the shameless plug, the lighting about this food photography, it's clearly visible that it's a soft light. How, you ask? If you can just see the shadows of anything. Let's suppose I look at this white napkin. I am isolating this white napkin. What am I able to see? The shadows over of this white napkin are not an outline. It's not a clear outline. They are gradual, right? It's a very nice and soft. If you can see, there's a light. There's a nice soft light coming from the right hand side. If I place a finger, are you able to see a clear outline of my finger or not? You won't be, because there's no clear outline. It might be just a nice gradual outline of this finger, or most of the times it won't be even visible because of how soft the light is. That's the beauty of soft light. You get a nice gradual shadow in your food photos. It looks, it makes it look flattering, makes it look pleasant to the eyes, right? So that's your call to use soft lighting in your food photos to make it look more pleasant, more soft, more nice, right? Everything looks angelic, right? After breaking down the soft lighting, let me also walk you through to understand what is the directionality of this light, right? So in food photography, in any kind of visual art, the first thing that you are taught as an artist or a photographer is to understand the qualities of light. And in that, you have to understand the directionality of light. What do you mean by directionality of light? Just where exactly is the lighting coming from? After breaking down that this lighting is a soft light, we'll also try to understand where is the direction of light. Is it from the bottom of the frame? Is it from right side? Is it from top? Or is it from left side? I made it too obvious, right? So if you can see over here, and also, like, whenever you want to understand where is the lighting coming from, isolate just one thing. Don't look anywhere else, right? Just isolate one thing and see that. Okay. For example, if I just isolate and zoom in this cookie, if I draw an outline of the shadow, a rough outline of the shadow of this cookie, and let's say I drop a point on the subject and drop a point on the shadow of the subject, and draw a line through them, I can clearly see without even thinking about it that the directionality of the light is coming from this direction. Now, you might be asking, okay, Prathamesh, that is fine. It's coming from the left side, but is it like at the same height, or is it's coming from the top, like this lighting that I'm able to see on your beautiful face, right? You might be asking that question, I'm sure. So if I can show you from a different perspective, how is this lighting in this picture? Let me show you. Let me change the color over here. Let's say if this is my table, okay, if this is my table and I am shooting from a flatly angle, because it's a flatly angle, right? I was anyway going to ask you guys what is the angle of this shot, and I would want to walk you through the angle. But let's say it's a flatly angle, right? Flatly means you are laying everything flat and you are shooting from the top, right? So it's also called the top down shot, top down angle. So it's the top down angle, the flatly angle, it's the camera, right? Let's say the lighting is coming from left side, right? So your question must be, it's this or is it this, right? Either of the two. Is it the one lighting from the top left or the side lighting from the side left, right? What is it? To make you understand what is the lighting between the two, look at the length of the shadow. The length of the shadow would help you understand if it's a top side lighting, or just side lighting at the same height. What happens when you have a side lighting at the same height of the subject? Let's say if I have a table like this, my subject is like this. If I have a light which is at the same height of the subject, it would create a longer shadow. But if I have a light which is at the height and it's tilting down, it would create a shorter shadow. Okay. So if you just like right now, if you don't understand it, just mug up this information, won't take you that much brain power. But when you practice a lot in the next say 10 days, 15 days, you practice a lot with random food photos. That's what I suggest as well. With random food subjects, be it your snacks, vegetables, cookies that you order from your nearby stores, or let's say fruits, vegetables, or anything else, right? Just choose one thing and just do it for at least 7 to 10 days. Tell me, like, since how long has it been that you have not been consistent in something? And let me guess, that's what is stopping you, right? Not to go on a self development tangent, but that's really an issue, right? So just gain momentum by sticking to one thing for at least 7, 10, 20, 30 days. That's the goal for my 30 days of food photo breakdowns as well, right? That's what I am doing over here. So this is your goal. Just shoot random food subjects that you find inside the house or order from Zepto, Blinkit, anywhere else, and just stick with it for at least those days. Okay. It will become intuitive to help you understand what is the directionality of the light, right? So as I was saying, here, the shadows, length of the shadows of anything are very short, right? They are not very long dragged out, and they are not even like that short. It's somewhere in the between. That means the lighting is somewhere over here, right? Somewhere in the between of this line, the third line, and the first line. That's my breakdown of the lighting perspective in this food photo, right? Soft lighting, somewhere top side left, directionality of light is there. It's a soft light, and we have nice gradual shadows going on. It makes everything looks very dreamy. That's the emotion and the vibe that I'm able to give from this food photo. Tell me one thing, like after looking at this picture, do you really think it's that difficult to shoot a photo like this? It's simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. Everything is just in front of you. You just have to go and literally do it. Have to fail. I wrote it in my journal in the morning itself. Like, yeah, it's better to have imperfect action rather than perfect planning, right? Just take action and do it. Literally do it. Yeah, so that's about the lighting. Now, if I want to break down the visual aesthetics, you must be asking, what is visual aesthetics, Prathamesh? Visual aesthetics basically the look and feel of a food photo. What is the look and feel of a food photo? The angle it has been shot with, the color combination, the vibe that I'm able to get, what is taking my attention, what is the composition principle, what are the props used, what are the backdrops used, what is the arrangement of the props that they have used, what is the story that they are able to tell. All of this comes under the bracket of visual aesthetics. I feel very proud that I came up with this name. Somehow I just like it, right? In January, I came up with this name, right? So if you want to understand the visual aesthetics of this food photo, let's break it down. What is this food photo about? The cookies, right? So the cookies and the whole vibe of the chocolate chip cookies, right? It's not chocolate chip, but it's just chocolate, right? Chocolate pieces. Now, to help you see food photography in a different manner, think of food photography in terms of it's just fashion, right? You know, as a boy or a girl, when you layer more things, when you have things on top of each other, it adds a nice personality. Let's suppose if I want to dress myself, right? I will have a t-shirt, then I will have a jacket, maybe a shirt, then I'll wear a watch. I'll wear some rings. I'll wear a necklace, like that chain sort of thing. Wear a nice belt. I'll add other accessories, right? So I will layer things on top of each other that are making it look more cohesive, and that's giving a nice certain look to it. The outfits that you wear to a wedding is very different from the outfit that you are wearing to, let's say, a party, right? These both are two different occasions. And as a result, you are giving a different vibe. You're carrying a different vibe and emotion, right? So that's the analogy that I would want you to understand from fashion to food photography. Here, let's say if I don't use this white color backdrop and the napkin, let's say I use a dark color, let's say I use a black colored chart paper and a dark gray napkin, the whole food photo would give a very different vibe as compared to what we told before, right? In the early part of this video, I told you it's looking very pleasant, heavenly. It's very mild, right? It's very soft. So why is it soft? It's not just about the lighting. It's also about the off-white backdrop. It's also about the soft napkin. It's also the wooden colors that I'm able to see of the chocolate, of the cookies, of the wooden spoon. Everything is cohesive. Everything, there's only neutral colors. There are no some red color or blue color or a green color. There are no vibrant colors as such. There are just neutral colors which are white, black, gray, and brown. Here we can only see white. We cannot see black as much because it's a shadow. But we have white, we have gray of the steel, the frying equipment. That's the gray, and we have brown. So everything is neutral, earthen, soft, pleasant. That's in that manner, right? So colors really play a huge role in your food photos. So start keeping color theory in your central planning whenever you are doing any kind of food photos, right? So that's about the colors. It's a flat lay angle, right? They have shot with the top down angle. They have used the white and the whole neutral color palette for this food photo. They have used a nice napkin to help you give a nice soft look to it. It's not very harsh or and like it does not have rough edges. The napkin over here, it does not have a rough edge, right? It's a nice flowing, it gives a nice flow and a nice softness to this picture, right? Cookies. Talking about cookies, cookies are not just placed whole. They are placed whole over here. They are also placed as a half over here. Some crumbles are over here. Some crumbles are also over here. Then you can see the ingredient that is used over here. Then you can see the napkin over here. There's a lot of food photography techniques going on in this food photo, and you are not even aware of it. You just think, okay, it's a nice lovely image, let me just have that cookie. And you should, right? But when you want to learn the technical aspects of food photography, and why do you want to learn the technical aspects? Because you want to grow your business. As a freelancer, you want to help your restaurant clients, your food brand clients. If you're a food brand owner, guess what? You want more customers for your brand. That's why you're learning food photography. It's not something, very fancy skill. You can take your mobile phone and shoot this kind of food photos with ease. It is possible. Trust me, it's possible. That's about the food photo breakdown that I have in front of me. I told you about the lighting. It's a soft lighting. It gives a nice, pleasant look to it. Talking about visual aesthetics, it's a flat lay angle. The lighting is coming from the left. It has a nice, soft look from the napkin. It is showing the story of this chocolate and also the sugar, I guess. And there's a nice diagonal composition going on. There's a nice diagonal composition going on. Let me remove this. There's a nice diagonal composition going on. And that's why you are getting this amazing food photo that is literally calling you to eat it, right? That's the job of a food photographer. You are inviting people to have your food. That's the best compliment you will ever receive, right? So always optimize for that compliment, right? Perfect. I hope you had so much fun, so much learnings on this day of 23rd of 23 days of 30 days of food photography breakdowns. Again, my name is Prathamesh. I'm your food photography coach. I have taught more than 1500 plus students in the past 1 year. If you want to learn from me, if you want to dig deeper into the proper aspects of food photography, I have a 7-day challenge which you can enroll, where you can learn how do you shoot amazing food photos with just your mobile phone, right? It's just 497 rupees. Check out the first link in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow.